Okay, we are back with day 17 of our daily UI challenge. So in about an hour, I'm going to try and create a single screen for a mobile device for an app. I don't know where this is going to go. I have a few ideas in my head. So I came across this infographic the other day, lifespans of the animal kingdom. It's just a list of different animals and their lifespans, and I thought, how could I tweak this and just kind of turn it into a fun little app? I have some interesting interactions that I want to try with it, so let's kind of go just dive in and see what we can do. So I have a blank screen here. First thing I want to do is, I like that circular theme. I'm going to build everything off of that. So something like this, maybe right in the middle. And then inside that, I'm going to actually I've pulled up an image of a tiger here, right? Let's make sure everything is a value of 8. All right. All right. Next, I'm actually gonna make this an endangered species thing. I found I can get a little more info, a little more interesting maybe. So I'm gonna just grab some of this info for the tiger. Just throw it all in here. Whoops. Something like that. All right. I'm going to open one of these new plugins called Better Font Picker. That's going to help me in Figma to let me visualize all the fonts. Figma does not have that by default. Why? I don't know. I've never really used this, but let's find out. So I need to find a font here. Oh, I think EXO is kind of a trendy, maybe a bit of a boring font, but we're going to try that out. I think it might work because this is kind of, I don't know, I feel like it might fit this app. Let's break up some of this data. So we'll do like a title piece, and then oops. Yeah. So I just want to build out some of the data that we're going to have here. We'll start with something like this. I'm going to turn this into I'll turn this into a auto layout, right? And then I'll turn it into a component that we can reuse. So what that means, if I do one of these, now I can update this to throw this in here. So what we've done here is I've created a bunch of auto layouts within each other. So I have a component with a component that's an auto layout. So that's going to drive all my other instances of that main component. Here's the main component, and everything is an auto layout. So that means it's going to auto size itself and auto space itself out amongst themselves in this list. So no matter if I just duplicate this instance of the symbol, it's going to automatically place it down the correct distance from the previous one. And right now on the top right, you can see in the auto layout, I have it 16 pixels. So let me just get a few more of these in. One more time. Oops. And then we'll make sure that this wraps accordingly. So we'll take the main instance and make sure it wraps, and that means we'll take the main component, make sure that wraps, which means when we get down to this instance down here, the text is going to wrap as well. Good stuff right there. And the fact that it's a component means I can go back in here at any time. And let's see if I want to change this exo light to, let's give it a color. Something like that. It's going to replicate itself through all those instances. Let's get this color too. Great. All right, throw that down here. We're going to need a what is this called? This is just a tiger. That's what it's called. Tiger. Let's give it a name. We'll call it the Sumatran tiger. A little more interesting. Let's make that a little heavier. Black. Oh, that's interesting. Excellent. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we need the description. I almost forgot that. Yeah, let me get a bit of a more faded out color here. There we go. So this is all inside a auto layout here, so everything is equally spaced from one another. It's awesome. Perfect. All right, let's make this a little more interesting here. Just give it some style. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Maybe this would match their Bengal tiger's color. So kind of the image in question. Like that. Maybe we'll just do a few of those, like we give ourselves like a dotted line here. Let's see, so I had an idea for like this. So I want when you swipe, I want it to instead of like swiping to the next animal, I want it to rotate like a giant, like it's in a giant, like a giant ring. And I think we can do that in Figma. We're gonna find out here. So let's pretend that this is a giant ring right here. This. pad this out just a little bit. Just pad it out with a little more design is what I mean. Then out here. Just kind of some noise, some visual interest here. Kind of cool. Is this worthy of a drop shadow? That's pretty amateur looking, I think. Let's make it trend these days is to colorize your drop shadows, so to make it look like it's on some glass or something like that. There we go. We'll thin out the stroke a bit. Oops. Here we go. I wonder if instead of this, put it up top. We'll take it out of our auto layout. We'll throw it up top here. All right. We can get more into design in a little bit if there's time. I don't want to get to this. I want to get to this animation, see if it's something we can even do. Just some interesting dotted lines up here. Make this one real dotted, real big. So as they go further from the center, we'll fade them out as well, I think. All right, so how to do this? Let's try. So we have the main circle here. I think that needs to be under everything. Then we have our tiger friend. So let's group tiger up. How do I add the pivot point of a circle? Looks like it's not possible, so I might have to figure something else out. We'll get there. All right. So here's our tiger. I'm gonna duplicate him and let's do a giraffe just real quick. I'll just switch out the image. It's a video game. There we There we go. This is a northern giraffe. Let's change. I don't know how well Figma does this, but make sure not pick such a similar color animal. Okay. So what we need to do is we're gonna grab our giraffe, our tiger, and our circle. Let's get it out of here like this. And we need to move our giraffe in such a way that it basically we want to be right here. Yeah. And then we're gonna put them back in. Can I get you all back in here? Yeah, we'll start with that. No, back up a little bit. Get this guy. Just backtrack just a bit. We lost our header somewhere. Okay. What do we call this guy? Sumatran? Sumatran. Alright. So this is Sumatra tiger and our giraffe. Great. Let's drag these out now. Now we want to get our... Oh, it's up here. Alright, we're going to need a giraffe up here and... Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Then we're going to get these bags back in here. Yep, okay. And then we're going to duplicate this frame, whole thing. And we're going to take this whole entire thing. Let's see here. Like this. I'm going to make a duplicate of the old one so I know exactly where it goes. I definitely misplaced him, so... All right, I'm gonna need to take these guys back here. Oh, come back. Like this. Okay, and what this is gonna give us, stay with me now. So what we're going to do now is try and smart animate, which is a feature in Figma, between these two frames. First thing we're going to do is just make it on we're going to make it on a click. So under prototypes, I'm going to turn on an interaction called click, and we're going to navigate to Endangered Animal 2, right? So when I click this, we're going to go to Endangered Animal 2. So I'm going to hit play. Let's see what happens. Right, so I just clicked it, it went to the next frame. Makes sense, right? Now when I click it, how is it going to animate? It's going to smart animate. And let's just do an easy in and out. And we'll do it over 1 second. Let's go back and click this again. And that was not pretty, but, and then I'm going to do the same animation so we can jump back and forth. Interaction on click. We're going to navigate to Endangered Animals, Smart Animate, 1000 seconds. And I'm going to go to easings.net, and I'm going to grab a better easing, which will be ease out quint. So I can take this value and do a custom easing in Figma. Custom one here. Great. So now this does not animate very pretty. I wonder if everything was in a group, if it would do it. Oh, yeah. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, that would be better. All right, let's backtrack a bit. Yeah, things are just animating independently of each other right now. It's not rotating how I want it to. So I'm gonna grab these guys, bring them out here again. Let's group all these guys up. Call it a rotate group. And I want to just make sure everything I have no idea if this is be accurate. Oh, you know what I can do is I can duplicate this. Just make sure all of our bottom circles here line up with each other. Like that. There we go. And we'll duplicate some more guys up here. Like this. Again, make sure they align with each other. Definitely eyeballing it. This would be animal 4. And obviously, in real life, you would do this programmatically, so it would. I'm gonna get rid of some of the things we're not gonna see. I just want the sizing is what I really care about. And when you're actually programming this in real life, you obviously wouldn't. You do it programmatically, so these are not spaced very good. Much much better. Okay. Excuse me. I need 3 more of these, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And something like this, maybe? So, okay. These are just placeholders, obviously. But, obviously, I didn't tell you that. 6, 7, 8. Remember, guys, make sure you name all your layers. It's actually especially important when you're doing Smart Animate, because Smart Animate looks between the 2 layers, the 2 frames, and looks for the names specifically. So now more than ever, naming things appropriately is important. Okay, get back in there. And we're back, okay. Okay. Now let's jump into here. And we're going to duplicate our frame again. Let's see. 600 minus 1200. I'm going to rotate this. Oh, yes. Oh, I rotate so much better now. I'm gonna okay, I want to get the exact position. Next 635, 1159. 1159. Okay, that's exactly where it is. So when I duplicate it, I can get it back exactly. And again, this might not be perfect. It doesn't look like it's going to be perfect. Let's see what happens now. Oh, look at that. That's cool. All right, we can do it better, I believe. Go back into prototyping mode. Instead of on click, I think we could do on drag. And do the same for this. On drag, right? And let's can I copy this? I want to put it on. There we go. Oh, no, we can't do that. I want to put this action on the hold on. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, so no, that didn't work. Scroll to. Maybe I need to scroll. No. Swap with. Let's try that out. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay. On click swap with. I thought we were going to be able to drag and like control the animation ourselves. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, that's fine. Let me get rid of these interactions, and we're going to put it on the tiger himself. So on drag. I can't scroll to somewhere else. We'll navigate to Endangered Animal to Smart Animate. Let's get our easings back. Custom. Maybe it needs to be linear. Why is stuff dragging around all of a sudden? What's going on here? Now scroll. Oh, we got it. There we go. All right, awesome. That is good stuff. Okay. So interactions on drag. We're gonna navigate to endangered animals with linear. Oh yeah. So now I can drag and click and flick. Oh, that feels really good. I wonder if I just put some easing on it, what happens? Looks like we still can get our... See if we put our custom easing on it, what happens? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Alright, so that feels really good. I'm very happy with that. What I want to do next is swap out the text. When I swipe, I wanted to swap out the text too. So let's get our giraffe info back. It looks like giraffes are not endangered. That's okay. We can keep most of this. Keep most of this info. And we'll call this height maybe. Just grabbing this from the search results page. All right, something like that. All right, so what we need to do now is, this is tiger info, and this is giraffe info. We have tiger info, and we have giraffe info here. And we're going to move this over. So I'm going to move giraffe info. Actually, I'm going to move it just in like this. And we will fade it out to 0%. And then we'll go to endangered animal 2. And we are going to put it in the finished state, which means the giraffe info is there and the tiger info is faded out, right? So what happens now if we look at that? Hey, that's pretty cool, right? If I allow dragging on the entire thing, I think that's might have what broke it before. No? Okay, so that's still... Alright, so we don't want dragging on the whole thing. We want dragging, what we need to do is put some stuff to not move. So our tab bar, our header, that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're not gonna be able to get everything that we wanted to, and that's okay. So what we need to do actually is turn off scrolling on the window itself. I feel like we can't do everything, I guess. That's okay. But we have this still. We have this. This feels really good. And let's put some indicators that say like, oh yeah, you can track this. How would we do that? Maybe they're just simple, like things like this. Should it be bigger? Like that maybe? I think for one we need to now here's the problem is we need to kind of make the tiger info and the giraffe info components, because if we change either one, we're gonna have to change it on both sides. So we'll make this a component. So that'll let us, if we just change it once, we're in good shape, and it'll change kind of everywhere. You get it? Yeah, you get it. So giraffe info, tiger info, right? You have to redo what we just did. That's okay. That. And then we'll just test it out again. There we go. You know what we can do? We can take the entire background. What if the entire background was like tinted to kind of match like something in the scene, in the photo? It's obviously very faking it, but something like that, just add a little bit of flavor to it. I think just want to get a little more spacing on these objects. But like that, maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Tiger info, 32 from the edge. And giraffe info, does it need to be? There we go. Yeah, okay. So if I change the background color like we did here, now when I animate between, it's gonna make that same that same color tint. That's going to be part of the auto animate stuff that Figma does so well. Yeah. I don't know about this. Again, see, we're in this weird spot where this entire circle that we have around the thing should be a component. So if I change it anywhere, it will change on all the frames of my animation. We didn't do that, so we're in a weird spot right now, where I'm afraid to make changes. We did make some things, so that's good, right? Where's this master? Here's our main component. Okay, so let's get these gray or something. Right? What would our footer, what would our navigation be? All this wildlife. Call this support, maybe like contributions or something, and then store. It doesn't look a good store. All right, we are in 45 minutes. I did what I wanted to do. Let's switch out this animal to something else that has a different color palette to it, just to really kind of accentuate what's going on. Oh, look at that. What's that? That's exactly what I needed. Tiny image, though. Okay, perfect. Let's find out what that is. Endangered animals frog. All right, we're just gonna wing it here. Yeah, there we go. And we'll call this guy African tree frog. And then what we can do is like, so this is what I want to do, like grabbing their colors like that. So this Sumatran tiger, and give him grab his eye color maybe, that. And then we'll just change the tint of these as well. Oh, this guy's got killer colors. And I'll even change the color of the outside here, like something like that. Don't forget the drop shadow, right? It's all the rage. Like that. And we'll just say the African tree frog. All right, what happens now? I have this load up, okay. Oh, okay, you can see it animating back to that guy. So if I go back to this guy, so this is like a terrible way to design. Like this is not. You can't build this way. It just doesn't work. All right, check it. I think let's match these colors. All right, now we're in a good spot. We are in 45 minutes. Yeah, this is cool now. So this would be a pretty cool app, I think, huh? Oh, we need to change that footer in both. It's generally ill-advised to design like this unless designs are complete, like to smart animate. Unless you make everything components, it's just too difficult to. Let's give this a boulder. And like a, let's give it a. Oh, I am. It's our component, so that's good. Is this the master one? Yeah. Okay. Something like that. Maybe a small break like that. Great. And then I'll put it in the giraffe as well. Just like that. Add a little bit. You know what? Let's center it. I can't center it. I can center all the text. I hate centering all the text, but yeah, don't do that. That makes things so hard to read. Don't do that. All right. I think we're good. We are good for today. We're about 50 minutes in. I think this is a fun experiment. Delete this. I'm gonna. How should we stack these up? I haven't done a. I guess like this maybe. Great. We're good to go. So that is a daily UI challenge number 17. Let's see what we did in our list. Okay, rotates. Got some info there. Drag around the edge of the screen, animates in the middle. Great. So tomorrow, maybe we'll do. I have a router dashboard I was looking at, a clothing catalog that kind of breaks free of your traditional grid. So maybe we'll do one of those. But I appreciate you watching this. I will